Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the yellow Teutons. We have Combi, 7Swords. Up in north top left side as the blue Berbers. We have Fox, Margougou, Margougou. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Let's go over each player's civilization bonus as the moment. For the Teutons, known for an infantry civilization, monks get ×2 healing range. Towers can garrison twice the amount of units. We do have murder holes and herbal medicine free. Having free murder holes can be quite nice. For your first castle, farms cost 40% less. Very nice. Towns can add additional 10 garrison. Barracks and stable units get +1 pierce armor, +1 armor in castle, plus armor, 1 more armor in Bureau Age. A unique unit is the Teutonic Knight, which is known for a very heavy infantry unit. Scouts advancing on forward. Unique unit, Ironclad. Extra siege weapons extra melee armor, which can be quite decent to help prevent sort of rush down, especially for the late game spearmen. And Cornelians, castles gain +3 range, +3 range. Castle garrisoned infantry. Wait, what does that even say? When I read this one, I always get mixed up. +3 range, castles, garrisoned infantry fires arrow. I think this needs to be a comma there. I think that's the issue. There's just no comma. You got a bit of a militia rush here. Let's just deny the foray. And does go ahead and cancel that scaffolding. 2 militia, 1 scout, and in the meantime, we're just going to take a look at blue's bonuses. The Berbers, they are cavalry and naval civilization. Villages move 5% faster in each age, including Dark Age. Naval units cost 15% less in castle, 20% less in Imperial Age. Ships move 10% faster, which is not going to be useful in this map. Unique unit, camel archers, which are unique cavalry archers, and Genitor is a mounted skirmisher. 1 villager does go down, 1 militia does go down as well. Unique text, Kabosh, team castles walk 25% faster, not that important. And Magabai can be used to regenerate, which can be quite decent. Team bonus, Genitors are available in the archery range starting the castle age, which is a mounted skirmisher unit. It's also a trash unit. Yellow's now advanced to feudal age. Blue is still in a dark age. He's getting feudal age now himself. Trying to wall off the region with some stable as well. Very nice. And we do have the scout and militia sort of dancing around. Fruit bush is almost done being gathered up right there. You have the scout and militia still trying to push their way forward for a bit of a poke. You got the scout stabbing a villager, and now the militia is getting chased down by these villagers. You now have a stable being pulled out by blue. Villagers going to try shanking the scout, allowing his time for the spearman to come up and poke him. And it looks like the scout will go and fall back. We do have a second scout to now play by the yellow player. And the spearman's trying to pursue them. We do got a bit of a wall off here. An incomplete wall. Yellow scouts will go ahead and make their way forward. The villagers do find a bit of a poke there. And do have the blue scout maybe trying to push forward to kill some of these yellow scouts. You have these villagers now engaging yellow scouts. This villager managed to does not escape out of that. And does get the kill there on one of those scouts. Blue just needs to make sure that full health scout will get the kill. He can actually pull back his wounded scout in order to keep it alive, maybe use it for scouting purposes. And it looks like this scout was not properly being tasked, and the blue spearman does not intercept. It has another scout down here, just scouting around. And it looks like both players are sort of done with the aggression. That militia member actually managed to stay alive. Needs a medic, but still alive. Wall off the rest of these walls. We have the spearman trying to pursue. Do have these scouts here as well, and he may find a poke there with his spearman, but is not. Yellow's pulling out more and more scouts. Do not see any upgrades on the scouts just yet. Spearman does find a hit there and does take up Blue's scout right there. Yellow does have a single spearman in the mix. Maybe he'll get some good damage there onto these blue scouts. It looks like the blue will go ahead and make an attack towards his opponent, try to force his opponent back. We have these scouts pushing way forward. We got the wounded militia and the scout pushing way forward. And does get a quick kill there on one of the wounded scouts. Does find an opening there with his forces. Villagers do be pulled back off. Villagers, spearman trying to pursue these scouts. Does get one good poke there. Maybe a second poke as well. You got these forces sort of dancing around, trying to get some good damage in. Up north do have, looks like the yellow spearmen do advance. And yellow scouts are getting some good damage onto blue's villagers. Blue does lose a villager right there. The villager count is 35 to 35 at the moment. We got another villager being spotted there and does not go down, but it's very, very wounded. Yellow's spearmen are in the mix here. Does get a quick stab there on one of the blue spear scouts and do have a big wave of blue spearmen advancing forward. Next one's advancing forward, trying to get some good damage on in. So I don't know if any blues just went down. I think maybe one or two may have gone down. And does take out another villager right there. Blues now have 35 villagers versus opponent's 37. Yellow scouts are still trying to get some more harassment done, getting some great damage down to these villagers. Another one, yellow scouts do go down, and it looks like yellow spearman does lose the fight between the blue spearman and himself. His forces are still trying to find some more villagers. He's currently completely stuck on the inside of these walls. There's no way these scouts can escape. Yep, no way. The scouts do find some good damage there onto some of these villagers, trying to poke them, kill them off. These spearmen are pursuing these scouts to the ends of the earth, which is right there. And this spearman trying to go on in for some stabs. These spearmen are still pursuing these scouts. And so they're just sort of circling around. We do now have blue going for fletching and for Castle Age. Unusual combo to see at this moment. Let's see what yellow's currently deploying out. He is getting some more archers and Castle Age as well. And do get some good hits there. These scouts are now down to 1 health. Even a villager can shank them. And 1 kill there and 2 kills there. Now it's now deploying out a large number of archers, so it looks like they're going to transition to crossbowmen. Blue's now advanced to Castle Age. And now it looks like Blue's going to go for Knights. The Teuton of bonus, that does get applied to Spearman, right? Barracks and stable units, both of them gets +1 armor and then +2. Yeah. So now the Spearman gets 1 free armor. So the Spearman does 4 damage right now. So the Spearman does 3 damage. So this Spearman will receive only 2 damage per stab, and he's dealing 4 damage in return.
Later, yeah.
We have a handful of archers advancing forward. Likely crossbowmen are almost complete. I don't think he does have Bodkin as well. He's trying to overrun these crossbowmen. These knights, of course, are going to be very effective for that. Yellow Spearman is going to be holding off Blue Spearman as best as he can. And now you got these crossbowmen. They do find some good kills there. But now they're receiving kills. Killed. Another knight does go down. They have 3 crossbowmen left. We've got more knights being pulled out by yellow. These knights, of course, get the +1 armor for the age up because these Teutons. And a lot of these forces are now being cleaned on up by yellow. Blue still has a single knight in the region, but yellow has a handful of forces, but all of them quite wounded. You now have a castle being put out right there. I was not expecting a castle, but the castle will go quite quickly. The palisade wall gate will go down. And notice the castle will go up before anything too serious happens to Blue's infrastructure. That crossbowman does spot the castle then, and now the knight's going to be backing off, trying to find some of the exterior forces. We do now have a camel archer to put on the field and to engage those knights. We do have the knights advance forward, breaking through. Does get the walls off there, but quickly focus on these houses because these houses are relatively vulnerable for some point in time. But he didn't really engage all too well, and they're having trouble with all of the stacking up. Trying to go for another house as well. Managed to build it well in the corner and repair the other house. Camel archers can find some arrows onto these knights, but not doing all too great damage. Camel archers now seeing quite a bit of fire, has 8 damage per arrow, 5 range. Crossbowmen have 7 damage per arrow and 7 range. Camel archers do only have 55 health, as opposed to crossbows 35. Trying to clean up more of these houses. We do now have a fresh guard tower being pulled out here as well, a watchtower. Camel archers trying to throw some arrows on these forces, but thanks to the increased range of these crossbowmen, they're having a bit of trouble with that. Inside the tower now, we're able to fire off a handful of arrows against these forces. And this camel archer is falling, makes its way down south. Camel does go down. It made a really weird sound as it died. I don't know why. Oh, I do have some stone walls being pulled out. Interesting. And some of these stone walls are not hardly even touched, so they can be quickly focused down. And now going for trying to wall off the region with a siege workshop as well as some stone walls. Does get through those unbuilt stone walls. These unbuilt stone walls will receive some fire, so does the siege workshop. And now we got a big wave of camel archers advance forward. Maybe pick off some of these crossbowmen. Looks like I got a handful of forward houses as well as ballistic screen research. Very nice. Blue's siege workshop seeing quite a bit of fire, so likely will go down. Now he's trying to build up some more walls on the back line, and this gate will go down. Those are just probably need to evacuate inside the town center now. Going to be overran relatively soon. These knights advance forward. We'll find some camel archers. I don't think these camel archers are doing all too well, honestly. Now this mill's going to receive some fire. Camels are advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there, but it looks like the crossbowmen doing a little bit better. They also have the high ground advantage. Blacksmith now under siege from the knights as these crossbowmen picking off all these camel archers. These camel archers are not paying enough dividends to really warrant them. farm will go down. Yellow's now eyeing for a forward castle. This castle's a bit of a power play. Blue still has a defensive castle here, and Yellow's not going for Imperial Age just yet. Nor is Blue. Do have a Magnet on the build queue. It looks like he may be abandoning that castle. There's been too much fire in this region to really warrant him. Crossman does get some good kills there on that knight now. Of course, without mortar holes, this tower will be sieged down. Now Blue's eyeing for his own castle. Yellow's does have access to murder holes, so that does allow him to get some good damage for consistent damage. Yellow's not going for a guard tower here. May want to get this castle going. He actually cancels that castle. The village count is in favor of Blue. It's 82 to 84 plus 74. Now Yellow does deploy out another castle, this time a bit farther back. And this guard tower is using quite a bit of fire now. Up here we got these knights and crossbow receiving a bit of fire. He does avoid the magnet fire. Castle Solomon is fully built. We do also have these crossbows firing some rounds into the housing. And these crossbows will find some good hits there on these villagers. Does avoid those crossbows for the time being while losing a couple villagers. And also we do have, of course, these the castle engaging a house. Over here we have another house being pulled out. Mining camp will be interrupted. And we got some good damage coming on out. Let me just grab a drink from my nearby drink. The university still seeing quite a bit of fire. Forces are cleaning up this various housing and mining. More crossbow advance forward and try to hit the wood line now. It's not looking good for Blue. The camel archers have not been paying enough or do enough damage here to warrant them. This camel's also a little bit wounded, so having a bit of trouble engaging these crossbowmen. Camel archers only have one pierce armor. More arrow fire into that university. And then back it out, so starting to advance forward. Crossbow advance forward, getting some good damage there on those camel archers. Camel archers does go down as we got the knights just advancing forward. Some of the knights are going down. It does take out all those knights there with his camel archers. Now they're starting to pay a little bit better. Magneto does get a decent shot there onto this knight. Gives another shot as well. And looks like Blue has backed out of the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.